Hello and good evening everyone. Welcome to the 200th session of Inspiria Toastmasters Club. And to the organization as a whole. Thank you. Please be seated. In welcoming the president sir of our club, Toastmaster Meghankat.
Good evening and welcome to one and all to Inspiria Toastmasters Club. Inspiria Toastmasters Club is 200 sessions old today. It had very humble beginnings with some distinguished guests who are here today as well, back in 2018. And over the course of years, it has seen a lot of changes. The only thing that is constant about this Toastmasters Club is change. Because every year, the seasoned members move away and new fresh members get in. It's a constant learning cycle that happens where members learn, relearn and unlearn and create new leaders for tomorrow. The beauty of this Toastmasters Club is that every member is a part of a family. And they all, no matter which year you are in, no matter which department you are in, are always working together for the benefit of oneself and for everybody around. Everybody please join me in welcoming the two TMOEs of the day, Toastmaster Shreya and Toastmaster Hemal.
Watching the sun go down, surrounded by good company and beautiful scenery is a magical experience. Don't you agree with Toastmaster Hemal?
Yes, Toastmaster Shreya. That is the magic of sunset soaring. It is the way to enjoy the beautiful colors of sunset while socializing with our friends and loved ones. As the sun begins to set, the sky transforms into the canvas of warm hues while creating a magical and romantic atmosphere.
200th session is not a small feat, as if it has lived ages and how.
It started as an impossible dream on 17th April 2018 when the management team of Inspiria Knowledge Campus flagged off the Toastmasters Club, and now we proudly claim to have achieved the eminent status and grandeur of being a distinguished member. Inspiria Toastmasters Club is the first ever student-led Toastmasters group amongst all North Bengal.
So let us have here on stage our area director, Muskan Kandoi.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Nelson Mandela has rightly said, whenever there are milestones, make sure you celebrate it. And I'm so glad that Inspiria is celebrating their 200th meeting today. I have seen Inspiria at different phases. While I was in college in Pune, Inspiria had just started. My friends in Siliguri were part of Inspiria Toastmasters Club then. Dimpy, Vidika, if you know any of them, you're super seniors probably. I used to see the way they used to upload pictures and I used to be jealous. My club doesn't do this. And then COVID hit. I came back to Siliguri. I attended Toastmasters meetings then also of Inspiria online. I used to love the consistency of members. They used to be there every morning. Then I became the area director and I attended again Inspiria Toastmasters Club meeting. And I'm proud to say, they still have the energy, the exuberance of attending meetings. We were outside discussing that is the youthfulness in them that comes out. Inspiria Toastmasters Club, the members, the management, we need a huge round of applause for all of you for giving us. I just have one small thing to say. Maintain the energy, keep the consistency, and keep going forward. All the best to all of you.
Having our very first speaker for the evening, the boho chick, Toastmaster Disha. You know, when I was in school, I always felt like my school life wasn't up to the mark. I always felt that there was something missing. Maybe it was because I didn't grab enough opportunities, or because I never really cared to fit in. But then, college happened, and I found my true sense of belonging. The place I could see myself truly fitting in. The Toastmasters Club, Inspiria's iconic chapter. And that is why we are here today, to celebrate you, to celebrate me, to celebrate all of us and everything that we have accomplished here. When I came here for the first time, I did not know anyone. I was always confident with my speaking skills, true, but what I was most fearful of was judgment. And that's exactly what this club has given to me. The power to overcome judgment, the power to express myself freely. I was welcomed by a supportive community where I was encouraged to take risks, to make mistakes, and overall to become a competent leader and a speaker. And that is the power of the Toastmasters Club. It is a place where we are encouraged to learn from our mistakes, to take risks, and overall to become better human beings. It is a place where we have become better communicators, better leaders, and better human beings. And that is the power of this club. It is not just a place where we come up, we give speeches in orderly fashion, and that's it. Oh no. It is so much more than that. It is the place where we have built relationships, we have built a family, and most of all, we have truly made a difference. As we move forward, I would like to remind you the words of Ralph Emerson. What lies before us and what lies behind us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Thank you all. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful community. Thank you for giving me a home. And I look forward to the next 200 sessions of this club as I raise a toast to this incredible evening, to the incredible people present here, and to what the future holds for each one of us. Thank you, Toastmasters. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you to your movies. I will be evaluating Speaker 2 on his level 1 speech 2. The purpose of his speech is to highlight the need for Toastmasters. I will evaluate you on the basis of clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, gestures, and comfort level. I know you are up to the challenge. Best of luck to you. Over to you.
Having our second speaker for the evening, Toastmaster Rachit, a burning bonfire.
We have often heard about the stories of universe. We have only known about the universe by what we have been told or by what we have been read. We have been known about it by what we have been seen in movies or read in those old dusty textbooks. But have you ever wondered that there lies millions of galaxies where revolves millions of suns? And in such millions of galaxies, there revolves millions of planets. But why do human lives exist on Earth? I mean, why us? And it is a question that I guess every human needs to ponder. But in all of these galaxies, there is one thing common between any creature, that is, we all want to love one another. Human beings are like that. We don't want to hate and despise one another. We live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded us into boosted misery, has barricaded the world with hate and has boosted us into misery. But let us not give in to greed. Let us not give in to these malicious feelings. Let us be humans and strive for a world to change. And we, the Toastmasters, have this power because we have the ability to speak and articulate our thoughts. With this feeling in heart and with this attitude, I request all the members present out here who look forward to be a Toastmaster or who is interested in articulating his or her thoughts by learning the speaking skills to use this power for a cause, because only people who have the power to speak and express themselves can change the world. Believe me, it is a privilege to have the freedom of speech. Thank you.
For the prepared speeches, the time limit was 5 to 7 minutes. TM Disha spoke for 5 minutes 56 seconds, so she is qualified. And TM Rajit spoke for 5 minutes and 25 seconds, so they are qualified. Thank you.
So let's have on stage our cocktail and mocktail for the evening. Toastmasters PT and Toastmasters.
So are you ready for some spontaneous fun? Because now we have reached the table topic section. This is the segment where you can practice and enhance your speaking skills while thinking on your feet.
So for those who are new to Toastmasters, table topics is like a verbal game of hot potato. We'll call on volunteers from our exuberant audience to come up and speak on a randomly assigned topic for at least 1 or 2 minutes without any preparation.
But don't you worry, it is not as scary as it sounds. In fact, it's a fantastic opportunity for you to work on your communication skills, thinking, organizing, and expressing your thoughts coherently to the audience.
In this course of life you're presently in, everyone who meets you will have your influence in their lives. So my question to you is, Toastmaster Rajat, what are the 3 things in life you want to be remembered for? What are the 3 things in life you want to be remembered for, Toastmaster Rajat?
Hello everyone. So a very hearty good evening to each one of you present here. So according to me, life is nothing but a game of chess where every move has to be placed strategically, and it is something where you cannot be careless at any cost. You have to be very careful because you just don't hold your identity. The day you are born, you have a surname attached to you. You have a family heritage to carry. You have a responsibility to bear. You are not just any individual. You can be a son to your father. You can be a brother to your sister. But you have to play each and every role. And with this in mind, I have always lived my life with 3 principles, and I think these are the 3 things that I always want to be remembered for. The first being honesty. Because for every person, I believe honesty is a virtue that one must uphold. You can be imperfect. You can have your own flaws. You can fumble up here and there. But honesty is something that comes from within, and there cannot be any justification for it. Because that defines how you are as a human. If you are not honest at your heart, you cannot be trusted. And for a person who cannot be trusted, I believe there is no place for him, even in hell. The next thing that I want to be remembered for is my passion for growth. Because I believe change is something that has to be, the only constant in your life. We need to keep on changing, and that is only possible if you have the hunger to grow and the acceptance to accept it. The third is humility. Because no matter how big or how long you go in life, you always have to be attached to your root level. Because that is what defines you. It's not what you do in your good times. It's how you do it in your good times and how you behave in your good times that defines your personality. Thank you.
Can we have the next volunteer, please?
Hello, guest speaker. So, let me explain the situation to you. You are a salesperson and you have to sell this item to the audience. So, guest Meghna, sell a prop, guest Meghna. Oh God, this is so funny.
This is shimmery, and as you can see, there are stars in it, and if you keep rotating it, so it has both the features, the physical ones and also the mental piece that it will give once you keep looking at the shimmery stuff, rotating it. So please, if anyone is interested, would anyone like to buy it? Oh thank God! After such a being such a bad salesperson, thank you so much. Someone is actually interested in that.
Thank you, guest Meghna, for adding the humorous touch to our session. Thank you so much.
Okay, so my question to you is, if I were to check your hand luggage when traveling, what are the things I would find? Yes, Anamita. What are the things I would find in your hand luggage when traveling? What are the things I would find in your hand luggage when traveling? Yes, Anamita.
The things that you can find in my hand luggage while traveling are a lipstick, something to do with eye makeup like a mascara or a kajal, a balm, hair balm, definitely my phone and my earphones, sometimes my charger, a notebook, a pen, sometimes a book, sometimes not. Sometimes bone, some rubber bands and stuff.
Toastmasters, we are often caught up in situations in our lives where we have to make certain excuses to escape from such situations. So I'm going to give you a situation and you have to come up with a good excuse. And your situation is the reason why you didn't do your homework. The reason why you didn't do your homework, the reason why you didn't do your homework.
Good evening, the exuberant crowd. To be very honest, as a child, I was that studious kind of a girl. So I think you have the wrong topic for me. But as Toastmasters, you cannot escape. Either make it, break it, or just go and sit down. So most of the times, you know, when our physics teacher or the maths teacher, because when I said I'm a studious kind of a person, I was sort of, you know, those people who actually mug up the subjects. And when it came to maths or science, when I had to break my head, it often used to be times when I could not find the solution. And I was not sort of a person who would ask for help because, you know, I thought that I could solve my problems my own way. So instead of asking for help, I would rather go without doing my homework. And so when the teacher asked, why haven't you done the homework? The only answer you know which I used to generally have being in Darjeeling is electricity. We did not have electricity, you know, and it was quite a common answer which most of us gave. But the teacher was also very smart enough, and the teacher used to say, but you have candles. You have a torch, but why did you do? So I often did not have any answer to such an extent that I became quite a bore coming up with the same answers to the same question, and hopefully most of you here don't have the same answer to the question. Thank you.
So now, for the last favorite topic of the evening, this is a test session. A test to see how creative and ingenious can you get. So I have a picture in my hand, and the speaker has to describe this picture for at least 1 to 2 minutes. Who can volunteer? Present Vinaka, describe the image, present Vinaka. Okay.
So good evening everyone. Just so you know, this is the image. I don't know whose bright idea it was. Okay, so if I have to describe this image basically talks about the elements of life. As you can see, the first thing that came into my mind when I saw this was Captain Planet. How many of you remember Captain Planet? 90s kids? Ramos are 70s. So this is the first thing that I got was water, earth, and and tree. That's what I got in this, and it shows a beautiful communion of the yin and yang. With there is the infinity symbol as well into it, and the only thing I can see is the prism. So talks about life, that we all as human beings get into the education system whenever we are as kids as a single light without any flaws, as a white light, as a ray of white light, and we pass through a prism of school, college, and masters of us. And that transforms us in many ways than one into different colors, which kind of shapes our personality. And the infinity symbol that's there in here shows that it is a never-ending cycle. Because today, when I am a father, I am going to send my daughter into the same cycle through which I have passed, and that is what life is all about. You bloom into a flower, and then you pass through the prism of light and go to space probably. Thank you.
We really hope that you enjoyed this lively exchange of impromptu ideas and anecdotes by our exuberant speakers.
Well, I believe we had an amazing job by the team Toastmaster of the evening, and let's give a lot of applause for them. I found the session to be very well planned and executed. Starting from tagging the role players to the videos that we had, we all went nostalgic. I still remember my meeting number, first meeting in the Inspiria Toastmasters Club, meeting number 120. And now here we are today, the 200 meeting number. And I have gathered a lot of memories here which I will cherish forever. I found all the role players doing their jobs perfectly, and the session was exuberant. That is all from my side as a GE. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evenings.
And I was sitting at that corner, I was thinking that Toastmasters Club should be changed to a married men club because this is the only platform where we get to speak our hearts out. Otherwise, we never get a chance to speak. And that is one of the reasons my daughter asked me. She asked me when she was a small kid that, Pops, why do we call it as the mother tongue? And I said, because the father never gets a chance to speak, and that's why it's called as the mother tongue. Well, I'd like to talk about, it's our culture, when somebody's not around, we talk about that person, and and we enjoy that. And right now, if I can just glance through here, I see a lot of beautiful ladies here, but I don't see my beautiful wife. So that gives me all the opportunity here to enjoy. I share a very psychological relationship with my wife. After being married for 22 years, and she's psycho and I'm pretty logical about it. And the second part of today's joke is that they have given me a host that I don't know his name. What's his name?
Toastmaster, oh my god. That's what I do every time in the morning. My wife says, hey, and I say, Hari, oh. Oh my god. And that is the kind of thing that you actually have. A lot of things that we learn. I thought I was bringing jokes from outside, but I thought you can take humor from wherever it is. Because we are management students, and what we teach the students and what we learn is the maximum utilization of the available resources. Thank God you said, otherwise people thought we don't teach you well. Okay. Well, I learned from Simran that every time you want something to fly, you have to blow some hot air at the rear end. So anytime you want to raise your life, you need some hot balloons there in job, and that's very, very important. I know you also have to say something, right? But I have vocal diarrhea, so I cannot stop for the next 40 minutes because I get paid to talk, and that's what my profession is all about. And thank you so much for listening to me for being such a great audience. Toastmaster, can I? Oh, thank you so much.
I have a few more better jokes than Toastmaster. Why mistakenly, a few months back I had my semester exam. There I had 5 subjects, out of which one subject was IT and e-commerce and business. Now with the name we can easily identify that it consists of two parts, IT and e-commerce. Now student like me who study a day before the exam, I should plan that I'll study the e-commerce part. It will come from 40 marks, I'll study 35 marks, I'll write for 33 marks, I'll get 30 marks, easily I'll get pass. But in reality it doesn't seem so easy to Toastmasters. When the exam day came, and when got the question paper, not even a single question came from the e-commerce part. In fact, 1 marks question also came from the IT part, and I got failed. And when I asked my teacher that, sir, what's this? Not a single question came from e-commerce. He'll be like, हमारे यहाँ तो ऐसा ही होता है. What's this?
I'm calling upon our game master of the day, the women peach, Toastmaster Irish.
Welcome to the game of exam. I'm your host, TN, Irish Bajaj. And I'm here to guide you through the rules of the game. In this game, I'll divide these guests into 2 separate teams. For example, Team A and Team B. And from those specific teams, I'll select 2 people. And from those 2 people, 1 person from each team will select these cue cards. One second. Sorry. These cue cards. And the player holding these cue cards will have to guess the word based on the clues given by the player.
This is one of your favorite web series from Amazon Prime. Name one of the characters. Next. Yes, next.
So first one is at 1 point.
Very famous movie. Very famous. It's a very famous. It's a man. Already have a book. Those who did not like this.
Time up.
Stop.
Okay. So first game of 3 points. 8 points.
India's number of begin. The best singer, Okay, the iconic person of a movie. Okay, he also wears a specs, and that movie also has 3 characters. Okay, it has Akshay Kumaran. Okay, and it is also coming in part 3 recently. How many? Time.
So clearly, by a landslide, the team after a very not so tough battle here in Delhi. My name is Toastmaster Inspiria, and that's the end of the video. Thank you.
He is our mentor throughout this journey of Toastmasters and the favorite of all. Let's have him on stage, our president, Toastmasters.
Well, thank you, lovely TMOEs. That was a wonderful introduction. One that I've not heard since a very long time. Praises about myself. Thank you for fulfilling your roles with utmost diligence. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful evening. To all my role players, to all the speakers, to all of them who came here and excelled with complete excellence. I'd like to thank our eminent guests for being here today. Thank you so much. You do not know how much it means to us. These kids have heard you today, have seen you today, and have seen what elegance, grace, and poise looks like. I'm pretty sure that all these kids have learned tons from all of you, and I hope to see better sessions now. Thank you guests for coming in today and for making the show a great success. Thank you for not making us look like a sellout and for filling up all the chairs from the deepest, darkest, brightest corners of my heart. Thank you for being here today.